So if you know the timeline of the Tom Brady deal, and that is so like relatively, it was fairly soon after the season that he announced his retirement.
I think it was a week, about 10 days.
And then, what was it, maybe 3 weeks?
It was about a month and a half.
Hold on, didn't it start out being like, even before the season ended, people were asking him, and he's like, "Oh, I'm not going to say anything for at least a month or something like that." And then like 2 days later, he came out and said, "Oh, I'm retiring."
So he goes and retires. By the way, his wife is just absolutely unbelievably stunning.
She was like a Victoria's Secret model for like 2 decades.
Yeah. Isn't she like worth $1 zillion or something like that?
400 million.
God. Hello.
Yeah, hey, this is FTE from Memphis here. I deliver golf carts, and we had to deliver them to Liberty Bowl where Dion was playing. And we just missed him, but they said he rose up in there with like 6 Cadillacs when he comes to play.
Oh, you mean like as far as his entourage and things like that?
Yeah, when he shows up for game day, he has like 6 blacked out Cadillacs coming up in there. They said it's a whole show just watching him come up in there.
Oh yeah, it's a whole Dion's. It's quite the production with Dion, very much so.
Yeah, I'd like to thank you too. My son's called into you about 4 or 5 times. He's autistic, and you really put it to him. I appreciate it. He loves it.
Well, hold on
you
now. Let's make sure.
And everything.
Let's make sure we clarify. I really put it to him. What do you mean?
He's 19, and you really pick on him, and he loves it. You don't show him no favoritism.
Oh,
okay. He likes it.
As long as he likes it, and if it ever got to be a problem where it made him sad, you might want to have to tell me so I can not get canceled. Bubba's being mean to an autistic kid.
Lord, no. You told him one time to go smoke weed that he'd enjoy it.
Yeah, I don't know if you're helping my case at all, buddy. You being the great father that you are, I think you could be doing me a hell of a lot more solid favors than me telling him to do an illegal activity, my friend.
Hey, it's legal in Mississippi.
Oh, there you go. So I said legally, go get your marijuana. Go legally obtain some weed if you can.
Yes, sir.
Fantastic.
Long time listener. Love y'all guys.
All right, buddy, man. We appreciate it.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye. So again, so the way the timeline goes is the season gets over, or 2 or 3 weeks in before the season. Because the Bucs were only 1 game from making the Super Bowl again. Had they beat the Rams, they were going.
Well, they would have beat the Rams, and they would have had to go play the 49ers, but they would have probably beat the 49ers. Because then, it was
again, they were in the conversation.
Correct.
They were in the conversation.
They could have easily been there.
And what was the 4? It was Green Bay, San Fran, Rams, Bucs.
Yeah.
Is what the NFC ended up being.
Correct.
So I think after they got beat by the Rams, there was speculation, or maybe even before, that he potentially, how many, is this his 20, what, his 22nd, first year?
Yes, he's 45. He started when he was 22. So, yeah, it's probably 22nd, 23rd year.
And here's the thing. Most quarterbacks after 40 are like, you hang them out to pasture, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. 38, 40, yeah.
Mm-hmm, you hang them out to pasture. How old was Peyton Manning, though? Was Peyton Manning in his 40s when he took Denver to the Super Bowl?
I think he was 38, 39 when he took Denver.
Yeah, and that was and then Favre was, I think, 39, 40, maybe 41 when he took.
And Rodgers turns 39 this year.
Yeah.
Right, but how old was Favre when he took Minnesota to the NFC Championship?
I think he was 38, 39.
Right.
He might have just hit 40.
And so that was like 39, 40, 7 years ago that's it. Yeah. Now you got, Tom Brady at 45. I think he's playing at a very high level.
Oh, yeah.
You got Aaron Rodgers that's trying to play at a high level. You gotta have somebody catch the ball. And so for years they've been speculating, when Tom came to Tampa, it was a one and done. You're going to come in, win a Super Bowl, and be done, which I'm sure that's probably what his wife was thinking. All right, we're going to move to Tampa from this crap hole. First of all, they have to. Now they're in Miami.
Well, hold on. He retired from New England, right?
No.
Oh, okay.
Gronk did.
Yeah, Gronkowski did.
Gronk's retired like about as many times as Brett Favre has, though.
I think, like she probably wanted him to retire then.
Yeah, I'm positive. But then, his like, hey, let me go to Tampa. Look how we can live in Derek Jeter's old house. You're going to really like it. Especially from living in the winters living in New England. That's brutal. So she comes down here. I'm sure Tom said it was let me do my 2-year deal or my one. Was it a
It was a 3-year deal, but it had a 2-year option.
first year he comes in, wins the Super Bowl?
Yep.
First year, boom. And is that when he retired?
No. Then he came back and they played, and they lost to the Rams, and then he retired. So
What
he
he
had a
should-
second year.
So you know after the Super Bowl she was like, Tom, how much more do you have to prove?
Mhm.
Isn't she German or something?
Well,
Russian,
it sounds like she's Russian now.
whatever she is. She's hot as hell. I heard. I think
She's from South America, I
She's
believe.
Brazilian.
Yeah, Brazilian.
perfect. So, that like after they won the Super Bowl and they took that little picture, the entire family, boom. I know that it's easy to second guess, but Tom, I'm trying to be trying to think like a chick, which I'm usually not too good at. But she was probably like, what else is there left to prove? You went in here to a team that couldn't make the Super Bowl, and you came in here and did exactly as advertised. Let's get out of here.
What sucks is it would have been better for Tom's quote unquote career and probably for her had he done well the first year and won a Super Bowl the second year.
That's true.
Unfortunately, he won, and then he wanted to win again, and they didn't. So now he's like, "Well, I want to come back and win."
Right. He wants to go out.
End on a high note.
Right.
Yeah.
But realistically, that high note window that he won may be the only one left.
Correct.
Because you're getting older.
And now he looks like he's chasing something he'll never get. And
Yeah. Just goes to show you, man, society doesn't ever want you to really be happy or to be cool. They want to keep you down. Now society is like, oh, Tom, you're going to lose your wife, and you should have gone out 2 years ago on a high note. Now it looks like that's exactly what our mean-spirited, negative, slanting way of life, social media mostly, all the trolls, that they're the ones that are heard. So now all the trolls were like, oh yeah, now you're chasing something that you can never get. You suck. Wife's gonna leave you, right? But that's just the way life is. Life never wants, life. You don't see anybody saying, well, Tom's trying his best and he's trying to keep his marriage together, and we can see where she would be upset. But
I think there's a lot of people saying that.
yeah, there's a lot of people saying the other part too.
That's true.
And those are just the ones that are heard.
She's gone now, right?
Well, she normally is in Miami.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
that's where she wants to be.
No. When he first came here, she lived here.
Well, that was during COVID too.
Well, what do you mean during COVID?
Well, it was during COVID. Because she runs her business in Miami. That's where her business is located.
What is her business again?
But when they lived in New England, where'd she live?
She spent time back and forth during the season. So she would travel back and forth. That's why they were building that when he was living at Derek Jeter's house. They were already building a house in Miami.
Oh, hello.
Hey, I'll make it quick. I was just going to say two little things. I know he's older and stuff, but, I really didn't even – I'm 35 now, and I feel just as strong as I did when I was 20 because I didn't really develop that fast. I know he's developed and he's whatever.
Yeah, but hold on, buddy. You haven't taken 462 defensive linemen smashing it down to zero either.
No, I'm a little more physical.
What I'm saying is all through your 20s and your 30s, you weren't having big men chase you around the field trying to smash your face in either.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, listen, no. But the other thing is I don't really think even if Giselle tried to leave Tom, he's going to care, man. I've been to Montana and seen his house on the mountain. If she left me, I'd just go hide in that house on the mountain.
Yeah, well, he does love her, and he doesn't want to lose his wife, my friend, and you're
the
not
mother of
him.
his children.
Yeah, I know. Y'all have a good one.
See you later. No matter what kind of house you have, if your wife leaves you and you love her still and you got kids by her and she's considered one of the hottest bitches in the world and she's worth triple what you are, I mean, that hurts a fella, my friend, regardless of how big your ranch house is in Montana. And let's talk about that. How much hot ass is rolling around his, I'm sure his ranch house is 10 miles outside of the nearest city, all secluded and stuff, right? On a just hot ass bar right down the street from Tom Brady's Montana ranch house. It's probably isolated and desolate for a reason. You're gonna be in there and try to roll up some bitches. Hello.
Can you ask Blitz to turn on YouTube?
I don't think we're gonna be on YouTube tonight, this morning. You have to go find us. You're gonna have to go find us.
Twitch.
You're gonna have to
Or
go to
VAR.
go to Twitch.
Yeah. Bubba Light keeps banning me off of Twitch, so I just all right.
Bubba Light.
Thanks.
What did you? Now hold on.
You can still watch it though.
What did you do to Bubba Light?
It's over the last year stuff. My balls hurt.
Oh, okay. This is my balls hurt, so I.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, my balls hurt, so I will. Hopefully, Bubba Light and you make up. I can't keep up on all the drama that I can't. Thank you. I can't even keep up on my own drama, let alone the chat drama. Let me. Is there a bunch of chat drama?
No, this is from like a while ago. This is from before the BARP.
But
all that kind of
there?
stuff.
But now does chat have its own set of little issues? Like, are there problems? Like, are there some guys who hate each other?
There's a few people that cause a lot of drama. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of been a little quieter the past couple months.
Really?
Yeah.
The boys have been running it tight.
Yes, they have. Hall of Famer Iggy.
Multiple sources exclusive to Page 6 say that there may be trouble in paradise for Tom Brady and Giselle. How do you say his last name? Huh?
Bündchen.
Bündchen. She looks good as hell there. We were told that Giselle has left their family compound in Tampa for Costa Rica following a series of heated arguments over his decision to unretire from the NFL. So they say that she went and vacationed in Costa Rica, but now she's supposedly let me back in Miami.
Yeah, well, the 11-day hiatus that they went on, they reported on Sunday that they went on a planned family vacation for 11 days to a private
island in Costa Rica.
No, in Bahamas.
In the Bahamas.
Yeah.
So that was his 11-day deal.
Yeah, which they agreed upon.
Oh, to try to salvage?
No, they had this planned. That's why she was upset about the retirement, him coming out of retirement, because they planned an 11-day vacation and the Bucks granted it.
Why wouldn't the Bucks just say that? I don't understand that. Why wouldn't they just say, "Hey, look, Tom's coming back. Part of his coming back is we said he was allowed to take this pre-planned 11 days off."
That would have been so much more easier to digest.
It sounds so shady.
Yeah, the Bucks didn't help themselves with regards to making this issue, which could have been a non-issue, an issue.
Right.
Well,
meaning, when he comes back, the Bucks should have said, Blitz, in full disclosure, Tom's coming back.
Yep.
But he had a trip planned with his wife and family prior to renegotiating to come back. So, and please
We're gonna honor that.
We're going to honor that. It's 11 days in the middle of training camp. We know that going in, and Tom knows that, and we'd like for you to know that too.
Well, supposedly, this is what Ian Rappaport reported. The reason that they didn't report it is because Tom Brady wanted his privacy, didn't want anyone knowing where he was for paparazzi, because he wanted his privacy with his family.
They should have said then.
They could have just said, "Look, business plan."
Private vacation.
He's going to Portugal.
Yeah, that's true.
Right?
Yeah.
He's going out of town for a vacation. That's pretty much leaves it up to the rest of the world.
Yeah, that's true. But that's what they're saying.
Blitz, I'd actually even say
because what they did made people look into it more to try to find out what's going on.
And then have these stories come out that they're having problems, and 11 days was them fighting.
Mm-hmm.
So the entire 11 days were
or they were fighting for 11 days and they're trying to cover it up by saying, "Oh, this was pre-planned."
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple different ways to slice it.
Just like you said, now you don't know because they should have reported it.
Right. While Tom has remained behind for training.
But he wasn't, though.
The news comes out after the Buccaneers quarterback missed a week of training in August for personal reasons, as Giselle revealed their life is never the fairy tale people believe it to be. No, they probably argue like everybody else does.
Of course.
She probably says, "I'm Giselle Bunchkin, worth $1 billion. I could get anybody I wanted." And he probably says, "I'm Tom Mother effing Brady, bitch.
Yeah.
I can get whoever I want."
Yeah. It's hard to play those games when you're both the same type of person.
Yeah, it's hard to play those games when you're both pimp.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
There's been trouble in the marriage over his decision to unretire. Giselle has, for many years, complained that she was always charged with the kids and their multiple homes to support him amidst his NFL career. They've agreed he would retire to focus on the family. Then he changed his mind.
That's not cool. If you said you were going to do something and then you
But I'm not trying to, stick up for Tom. But when you have that kind of resources, and I know that she's probably an unbelievable mom and he's an unbelievable dad. But most people of that status have help, nannies and
but a lot of people don't want that, and
Yeah.
a lot of it is like a cultural thing as well. Like with my family, I never had any babysitters, my parents didn't want anybody raising me except family. So my grandma came from Israel and she helped, fill in when my parents were at work. But a lot of people don't want nannies or other people taking care of their kids.
Well, I mean, that
I don't know if that's
toughens your kid up for him to learn other things.
Does it?
I don't know.
I wouldn't want somebody else raising my kid.
No.
In lieu of destroying your family, in lieu of
But,
her
your
taking
kids
all the
are your family, though.
but I mean, like, let's say that she's overwhelmed with these. Do they have 3 kids together? I know that
Two
They have
together
two
and his
together,
one son
yeah.
from a previous thing.
Right. Jack is his eldest, and he's from another woman.
Yeah,
his
And
first
then
wife.
and then Giselle and Tom have 2.
correct.
I think ages like 9 and 11. Maybe.
I think so, yeah.
All right. Well, at 9 and 11, they're pretty self. You're not wiping their
Yeah,
asses.
but you still want your dad around and your husband.
That's probably why my marriage was destroyed. I left at
I feel like this is all very
5
foreign to you. You're just
5
like,
in the
I don't
morning and got
understand.
back at 8 o'clock.
Yeah, that'll kill a marriage real quick.
Sorry, Heather.
It's okay.
So she feels like she's always having to raise the kids,
Right.
and he's
Or
always
just
out.
like not be with him and be a family unit.
A second source added that Tom and Giselle are in a fight right now, and that she runs very hot and fiery when she. Oh yeah, well she's a Brazilian.
Exactly.
She's a South
they're-
American woman.
Latin, Brazilian.
Yep.
They got sharp tongues. They throw things. Hi, we were just fighting a few minutes ago. See, and Giselle looks like she needs to be like entertained nonstop. Like I wouldn't be
Yeah.
like. Listen, if I was Bubba Brady, and I have the ability to walk red carpets every weekend, I don't think I'm wanting to do all that. I want to chill out, mow. I want to mow my 40 acres in Ocala.
Yeah.
Hey, Giselle, listen, you need to go clean the bathrooms while I mow, okay? However, Bunchkin gushed over Brady's few weeks ago Instagram with an emotional birthday tribute. And she really likes him.
Yeah, they're married and kind of happy.
Happy birthday to one of the most focused, disciplined, and fashionable people I know. Thank God you retired and we can start blasting in the morning and blasting on Sundays and blasting all the time.
Well, this was after he came back.
Yeah, so after he came back, she's already saying, he's disciplined and fashionable and.
Well, because here's the thing: if she doesn't do that, then people start talking.
Well, it's what Blitz actually said, because I was reading more into this, and when these rumors were coming out, they started digging in deep, and people started coming out saying, "Oh yeah, they argue." So then the media took it and ran with it, and they're saying, "Well, hopefully this quells it." But like Blitz said, no one would have started looking in and putting these articles out if they would have just came and said, "There's a family vacation."
Yep.
Then
They didn't
no
have to
one
say-
would have ever questioned that.
They didn't have to say where, for
Yeah.
how long, or anything. They could have just said, look, when we re-signed him, he'd already retired and planned on being gone for this 2 weeks.
And we're going to honor that.
So he's going to be gone. Just so you guys know, this is a known deal. We
Right.
agreed with it. Like, that's it.
And it
Right.
never would have came out that they're arguing. It
And
was
we
just
don't have to
friendly.
say you where or when it's going to be. It's just he's going to be on a planned family vacation.
Yep.
Period. That gives you the entire world to go looking for.
If they knew about it.
Oh, you're saying that?
I mean, what if they didn't know about it and they really are fighting and this was all like a last minute deal?
Tom picks
and the
up
Bucks
the phone.
the Bucks are now saying, "Oh, it was planned."
Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Yeah, this is Tom Brady. I need to talk to the general manager, please. Jason Light's office. Give me Jason. This is TB. Tom? Yeah, I'm out of practice today. I got the old lady. She's flipping out. Can you get Light on the phone? And Lummy, Light takes that phone call.
Oh, 100%.
I would hope Tom Brady has his direct number, but
his
we'll
cell
see.
phone.
You never know.
Hello, Jason Light, cell phone. Yeah, hey, Jason, it's Bubba. It's Tom.
Yeah, what's up, Bubba?
Hey, Tom, call me Tom. Tom Brady. I'm 7-time Super Bowl champion. I'm the guy that pretty much saved your job, buddy.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Hey, so listen, I know I'm supposed to be at camp tomorrow.
Yeah.
But
Training camp.
yeah. Giselle is just flipped out that I'm coming back, and
She's Latin. Throw that in there.
yeah, she's Latin. She's already busted half the China.
You can hear her in the background screaming.
Yeah. You son of a bitch! You said you would be.
God! Oh, the Portuguese. Sorry, I can't do Portuguese, Bob. So I'm sorry.
She's going crazy, and listen, I'm gonna have to take some time off to go ahead and happy wife.
I like real football, not what you play.
Happy wife, happy life.
Are you gonna come back, Tom? You coming back?
No,
though?
I'm not. Listen, I'll be back.
Okay.
But it's gonna take a while to fix this, okay, buddy?
You'll never be Ronaldo.
Good luck, Tom. Take as much time as you need.
Thank you, buddy.
Thanks. Sorry, no.
Yeah, no, hold on. Don't forget. You got to add in this was pre-planned, right? Iggy.
Yeah. Hey, Jason, like when you go to the podium and make that announcement, tell them that I had all this worked out.
Oh yeah, it's in your contract. Yeah, we put it in your contract.
Yeah.
Sure, number one.
Yeah.
I chipped a tooth over the weekend too.
What?
Yeah.
Doing what?
Chicken bones.
What do you think?
Chicken.
Chewing ice.
Oh no.
But I think I can live with it. It just my tongue's kind of it's in the back a little bit. I'm due for an October cleaning and checkup. I think I can make it.
With McSherry.
Dr. McSherry.
I love him.
I know it's gonna require a crown, but I think it's too close to my front where it would be. I can't go gold because it's part of my smile.
Right.
I'd have a gold
You
smile.
have a grill.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I don't want that. So I mean,
just keep watching. If it gets worse, go in right away. But otherwise, you're probably fine
until my October checkup, and then he'll look at it.
Yeah.
Are you playing with a lot with your tongue?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, nonstop. Because I'm like,
Because it feels different.
Yeah,
you're
it's
not used
weird.
to it. Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking, Blitz, that the Bucks, Brady, and everybody else knew the kind of the crap storm that this caused. Paul Riviera, $10 on the Cash App at the Bubba Army. Thank you. And that this wasn't planned. This was kind of, it feels curveball-ish because it would have been handled, I think, far different and better if it wasn't a curveball. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, if it was planned, you could have got in front of it. They really weren't able to get in front of it. They kind of just unleashed it onto people, which kind of makes it feel like it's not planned, which makes it probably the fight that they're having far. That's why the media is speculating that it's so bad, because the media has sniffed out that it wasn't planned. Right?
Right.
So that's why everybody thinks it's worse than it really is. I would think that once he's committed to playing, that she would kind of maybe back it off a little bit, right? I mean, like.
I mean, you would think so.
Yeah, but some bitches just keep doubling down, don't they?
Yeah, they sure do.
Well, if she doubles down, like they cannot not be together.
Why not?
I mean, I don't think this is a deal breaker,
I don't think so.
I mean, infidelity and catching him with the nanny, and I mean, there's some things that are deal breakers, but
Well, you do something long enough, you don't keep promises. That's a problem.
Oh, jeez.
And she's not hanging out for the money.
Yeah. She's not scared.
But one more year? I mean, one more year.
She's been saying that.
But how many times is it one more year?
No,
one more year.
No.
But it's already kind of come out on Sunday that
this is it.
Yeah,
but
that's what we said last time.
Yeah, but you know what? No, this is it, honey.
No, but for real this time.
It's for real, and you know what?
Yeah, you can't
we could even draw up some paperwork that if I go back, you can.
I mean, if you're going that far, come on.
And isn't he starting that deal with Fox?
As soon as he's done
so
with
it's
football.
like,
So he's not retired.
Yeah.
Well, it's just the 1 day thing.
I know.
Yeah, he's going to start doing what, play-by-play or color
commentator? Color commentating for Fox.
And I think that they got it where he literally can fly in like the night before.
Yeah.
And like it's
that's it, and leave.
A lot of times they get there on Thursday, don't they, Lummy?
Yeah, and prepare and prep and question and watch the practice.
And do interviews.
I mean, do we know for a fact that his contract says the day before and the day of?
The contract hasn't been released, but that's what they said. That's what he wants, and that's the only way he'd sign is if it's like there and back, either day of or.
Mike, it comes a point, man. Probably NFL quarterback wise / significant otherwise, he is by far the richest ever because Peyton Manning's wife, I don't think really brought a lot to the table, money wise, and Brett Favre's wife, and some of these guys that have made a ton of money. I don't know. He's probably worth more than combined if you figure your wife in than anybody ever to play the game, right?
Yeah.
And where does it come? Like, at what point do you really need? Like, what is $25 million to Tom Brady?
Nothing. I mean, they just bought that $17 million property in Miami.
So how much didn't they pay him? They're paying him like $37 million a year for to be
the Fox guy.
The Fox guy.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, but at what point do you not need? Is he so narcissistic that he has to continue to do this? Because I mean, their personal wealth is about almost $1 billion, isn't it?
He's there's no way he's doing this for the money. He does. I mean, obviously, like everyone wants more money. It doesn't matter what you have. You want more. But like,
But at what point? Unless just as a human being, you just want to keep driving. You want to wake up every day and have some kind of purpose.
Right.
And my life isn't just a continual vacation. As much as we like that, I think that deep down we really wouldn't like that.
Cul-de-sac Jones, $50 cash PayPal.
Hello, who is that?
Cul-de-sac Jones.
Thank you, buddy. Hi, who's this?
Hey, what's up, guys? Hootie Hoo.
Hey, Hootie Hoo. I was just thinking about you. How are things going for you?
Good.
Speaking of couples that are having problems, as we talk about Giselle and Tom Brady, this is kind of the Plant City white trash version of Giselle and Tom Brady.
Yeah, Hootie came out of retirement.
Hootie Hoo and his wife. How are you and your wife doing?
We're doing good, man. I was gonna say I can give Tom some pointers on how to patch that stuff up. One is don't call Bubba to get her to call her.
Yeah. One, I don't think Tom's gonna be calling me.
Actually, I think he should.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't use that
Yeah. So can we go ahead and rehash what happened in your situation?
Sure.
Be careful when you call in, buddy. That I have to reset the crowd, the audience, so to speak, so that they not just
call her and get her side.
Not just everybody's up to speed on what has happened with you, Hootie. There's a lot of people that don't know.
Yeah.
So should I, Blitz, maybe allow Hootie to describe it and then just jump in accordingly if he gets it all wrong?
Sure.
Yeah. Hootie. By the way, Hootie it's Bubba Army royalty. He's just Hootie. We love him, but sometimes he messes up so bad that he gets banned from the building. But I would just say he's just Hootie.
It's Hootie.
Mm-hmm.
So he's a real F up. He's on pills. He owns his own business. Thank God he does well with it. I don't even know that you run your own business. I think you got a couple foremans that run it for you. Do you even run your own business?
Yeah, I kind of oversee it. Like I have to deal with all this stuff when you got to get sued and stuff like that.
Great. But yeah, other than that, you got a couple shop foremen and what have you. So go ahead and detail to everybody what happened with you and your wife.
Well, I mean, the short version of it is, my brother and I were out, had left the gun range with a friend of ours and went to Hooters for lunch. And, I was trying to hook my brother up with the bartender because, she was a cute little country girl. And, he's been, divorced and trying to look, so, I ended up.
Hey, Blitz, somebody's drastically lying when they throw a bunch of you-knows in there. All right, so you're at Hooters. You see this hot country girl, and you swear to God it's just for your brother.
It was just for my brother,
right?
But so she gave him her number, and it came up. Do you like to go on boats? Yeah, and
Hold on. There's a bunch of you-knows going on here. Let me just interject. So your brother got her number, and next thing you know, she has told your brother that she likes to go on boats, but you guys don't have a boat, so you have to go and broker up.
But I can't take my boat. I'm not taking. I mean,
right? You get caught.
So, well, no, but my friend Larry, he has two boats already on the river at Wiki Wachi, right where the scallops were.
Right.
Easy peasy.
Right. So you
got me into.
So Larry lets you borrow one of his boats to go scalloping with this hot Hooters girl that's going out with your brother.
Well, no, Larry was going to go with us, but I was in the garage and it was like the next day or something. I was like, man, I called Larry. I was like, hey, what's up? Because we talk anyway, just shoot the shiz or whatever. And I said, Scott needs to call this girl from Lakeland. And, by the way, are your boats in the water? We're talking about having him taking her scalping or something, and maybe she can bring one of her friends on the boat and this and that. And well, anyway, my wife was in the laundry room and heard me talking about it in the garage, and
yeah. Does she come busted into the garage? What's the first words that she says to you as she hears you brokering, Larry Boat ass Hooters waitress, bring a friend deal? What's the first thing? By the way, I love your wife. She's gorgeous. I love her. What's the first thing that she says to you?
I just heard your whole conversation. Our marriage is over.
Oh no!
But that's very to the point, ain't it?
Yeah, it's pretty.
All right, so now
clear.
what do you say with that?
Well, she first called my brother to figure out how the story went, but then she, like I said, she had gotten my kids involved. So when I come back in, like my kids are
hold on. So Mama Hootie went and announced to the children that your dad's a piece of shiz, and it's over.
I guess
yeah.
they were crying. She was crying. My brother.
Now what did
this all happened within like 4 minutes? I'm like, how can you? I don't understand how we got from here to here. Because I said, can we talk first when I was in the garage? Let me talk to you real quick, explain what happened. So but I didn't get that opportunity.
So by the time you get back in the house, kids are crying, she's crying. It's a big crap storm, right?
Yeah.
Right. So then what happens? Then at one of those points, I think you call me up.
Well, then because
we got to talk about punching a hole into the wall. Didn't you punch a hole into the wall?
Cup. It was a cup.
I threw one of those big tin cups. So and then I kicked one of the kids' chairs and threw the cup.
Hold on. So after you walk in and everybody's a hollering and a crying, that's when you cut a promo and you throw a cup and kick a door.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So then what?
Kind of, reversing the heat a little bit, but that didn't work either.
But he's trying to reverse the heat. He doesn't even know what he's doing. You worked yourself into a shoot. You're trying to. What do you mean reverse the heat? You don't reverse the heat with.
Well, I was mad because she kept asking my kids stuff, she had my kids on the. I don't know. I just didn't appreciate. I wanted to talk to her. Let me just talk to you and explain kind of what happened before you jump to conclusions.
Right. So you kicked a door, a chair, put a hole.
Because then it turned into an argument. I don't like arguing. I'd rather leave. But she kept wanting to argue, and so I don't know.
She got all Giselle Bunchkin on you, and got argumentative, and then what happened?
I don't even remember. I think I left.
Did you go on the boat scalloping nonetheless?
No, that trip got canceled.
Right. So,
and then I think that a day or two later.
Were you sleeping on the couch and then you were listening to us in the morning instead of trying to talk to her?
Yeah. Didn't she want to have sex one morning and you said I was listening? You were watching the show on Twitch and she says.
No, she just the next morning. I don't sleep on the couch. I sleep where I'm supposed to sleep. So.
On the where?
But she was going to work and I pretended to be asleep and then I was listening to y'all show or whatever. But
that's hardcore Bubba Army right there.
Yeah.
You got kicked out of the bedroom. You got kicked out of the bedroom, and you got to sneak a watch in.
I didn't get kicked out of the bedroom. She slept in the girls' room.
Oh, okay. So, but she comes into your bedroom, and you're sneaking the Bubba Army on,
but also pretending to be asleep.
Right. So did she?
I didn't want to argue the next morning about it. I figured we'd talk about it later that day.
Did she hate me? Nonetheless, I hope not. I'm a huge proponent of hers.
No, she didn't hate you. She didn't appreciate me having. I thought it would be because you've helped me patch up an argument or two before with her.
Right.
When we were doing work at Terrace and stuff. So
I
had the bright idea to maybe Bubba can call her and let her know. I don't know that day. I wouldn't.
I'm just telling you,
a lot more drinking at that time. I've cut back actually.
Yeah.
You sound sober.
So you sound more sharp and sober than usually. So now listen. But had I been able to get her on the air, I would have been able to get you right because I would have just completely buried you and put her over, and that would have worked. Would have been like, listen, Mrs. Hootie, he is a complete F up. You know that, but he loves you. I can promise you that he wasn't trying to cut any shady deals. He's just stupid, doesn't use his head a lot. He's sorry. He loves you and the girls. Please.
Okay.
See, boom. That would have she would have melted right in my hands.
Yeah. Well, that's what I envisioned, but
when she hung up on me, then it wasn't good.
yeah.
So now
it took a week. It took a week or two to kind of get. Well, maybe even longer than that. We're still smoothing over. I'm taking certain medication to cut back on alcohol, stuff like that. I had to see the doctor a few times. But we don't have to get into all that.
Blitz, you know that she said you need to go get help. You know he had to go see the doctor.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Hootie, God bless you. I feel for you, buddy. I feel for you, buddy. So she tells you you got a problem. You need to go get dried out. Then you got to go get dried out and tell the doctor, and they got to get you on dry out pills. It's just a whole crap storm, ain't it, buddy?
Dry out pills.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't dried out totally, but I've cut a lot back. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
And I take 2 pills a day, sometimes 4. So.
Two that you weren't taking before Mama sent you to the doctor, right, buddy?
Yeah.
So
you did what you
anyway,
had to do.
back to Tom Brady. I was just want to comment on that story.
No, but Hootie, we want to actually commend you, for doing what you're doing, because you do sound a little sharper, a little bit more even a little bit more even keel. Yeah, a little more responsible. You do, buddy.
Well, I didn't want to see her take the kids and walk out the door, so
Plus, you're never gonna. I mean, not only is she a good mom, but she's hot as hell. I mean, you're never gonna be able to.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
You got to do what you got to do to keep the family together. It's probably what Tom's, going through. Not not to compare myself to Tom Brady, but
pretty much one and the same.
Yeah.
I mean, now does she forbid you to be Bubba Army, or is she still cool with? Like, is she going to come to Barp this year?
Yeah. No, she's not.
No. No.
Yeah, she's coming to Bart, but no, she's not forbidding me from Bubba Army.
Right. I hope not. It's not our fault. It's not. I mean, Blitz, being affiliated with us has anything to do with you trying to cut a shady ass deal from Hooter girl.
Right.
We don't condone that. We would have been the first person to say, Hootie.
Yeah, make sure she's not around.
Yeah, make sure she cut those deals when she's at work, kid.
Right.
Yeah, she knows it was. I mean, it was all on me. It wasn't anybody's problem or fault other than mine. So we're
I'm glad you're. Now have you
still going to Hooters?
One, are you still going to Hooters? And 2, have you had any just straight, really hot makeup sex yet?
Yeah, we've made up. So
the dog barks, by the way. And when I asked about the makeup sex.
Oh yeah, no, we've made out. We've had some good trips away, weekend getaways, and
we've made out in the dog's bark. Everything's sexual, and the dog's answering for us. Interesting.
Dog knows.
Sorry about that.
Dog knows what a jar of Jif looks like. Please. So you guys have made sweet love a few times.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, we're back. I mean, everything's back to good. So now we're good.
Back to good.
All right, buddy.
Hopefully,
Giselle and Brady can get as good as you and Miss Hootie are.
Yeah.
Were.
Well, he may have to go do some marriage counseling or something.
Tom may have to go drive stuff out and get on some pills.
Yeah.
But on the pregame the other day, they were saying like football Tom gets depressed not playing football. Like that's why he was only gone 40 days. Like it's in his DNA. It's like when you got fired from 98 Rock, you probably instead of paying Manson and Hatley and everybody for 2 years, you probably could have just went and flipped houses Kevin Hayes style or did something and changed course. But you love radio, and I think that's the thing with Tom, and he knows it. His time's limited, so I just think
But I can assure you that if I was hooked up with somebody as hot as Janelle Bunchkin that had $1 billion and she said didn't want me to, maybe be on the radio anymore, maybe I wouldn't have gone on the radio anymore, and deal with this nonsense,
I doubt it.
Yeah.
You still fumbled it up somehow and been back on the radio, but.
Right.
Anyway,
yeah, I would have had to go back on the radio to survive after she left me. Exactly.
I don't think Tom's gonna have to worry about surviving regardless, but
but
I was just thinking it was that was my point is he's gonna be depressed once he has to hang his cleats up and go to make another $300 million announcing, but that was my point is all.
Buddy.
All
right, Hood. Good talking to you.
You sound good, Hootie.
Yeah, you sound better.
You do sound better, buddy.
All right. Well, I appreciate it. I love you guys.
Love you
All
too.
right.
You, you know.
I
Wait,
hope things get good again with him and his wife, so we can get the old Hootie back.
The messed up Hootie.
Yeah.
No, I don't
already
like.
know who this guy is.
I like the new responsible Hootie.
Oh, of course he's better for society, but he's not better for content.
Yeah, true. What's best for your marriage is probably not best for our show.
Right.
The Bubba Radio Network will return after this.